Sitting at home,
looking for video games.
guess you could call us Video Bros.
Welcome back to Vidya Bros. Please.
You know what they did?
What?
They had these, like, figurines coming out, not like amiibos or, like, these just type of figurines of characters from their games and shit. And Anthony pre-ordered some of them. And then they delayed the date of the pre-order and didn't announce it until after the fact that they did it, I think. Or did some dumb shit, I don't know, like that. And when Anthony went on their store, the official, like, store for their site, for their merchandise and shit, he was checking on his order on it and stuff to see if he got an email notification about it, and what they did was they decreased the price by a couple of bucks from how much it cost before they delayed it, so they didn't want to reduce the price for Anthony's order of it at all. And then after a while, with that shit, then they decided to email him like a $10 off or 10% off coupon or something for each of the figurines. He got like 3 different coupon emails of that to the same email, so he can get like $30 off or some shit like that in total.
What figurines were these?
I'm not sure. I forgot what game it was, but it's some Ubisoft game. But it's stupid because it's like Anthony's like, I don't even know if I even want to use that because now I don't know if I want the figures anymore because of how much they screwed him on that.
I wouldn't. They screwed me over. But that could be like Nintendo when they announced amiibos. Like, yes, they did a lot better with the Breath of the Wild amiibo, but
Until the new ones were announced.
I know, but it took them this long, and we're getting them this year finally. That the Bayonetta, Corrin, and Cloud amiibos are coming out, and people are already sold out everywhere. It's hard to get them, and if you can get them back.
The only Smash amiibo I need is Corrin Player 2.
I mean, I still need all of them.
Corrin Player 2 apparently is an Amazon exclusive, but anytime I checked on there after they were announced, it was either unavailable already, or it wasn't even on Amazon at all whatsoever for pre-order when I did check the first time. And then when I did again, it said it wasn't available. So already they're starting to suck some major shit with the Smash 4 amiibos.
Well, it's not even that. It's not even that because because you're pre-ordering them. They can't predict how many pre-order people are gonna get. But at the same time,
they should put out enough for everyone, though. They shouldn't limit the whole fucking thing.
They're not limiting them because they're probably limiting the pre-orders to a point so that they can actually have stuff to sell at the end after the pre-orders. What I'm saying?
Because for me,
that's a good tactic strategy, which I understand if they do that.
If they do it right, though. But this is the thing, though. It feels like they haven't learned a single thing from their mistake. No. It's not Nintendo.
It's really not Nintendo. You don't know why?
Why?
Because it's been happening since day one. You have Nintendo, yes, they had problems before, but every time they released amiibos after that, since like the first 3 waves of the Smash Bros. Amiibo, they've been getting better and better and better at what they were doing. It's the fact that they like to hold a certain amount of items for sale, so they can sell them after the pre-order date, so people can actually get them afterwards. But the reason why all the pre-orders are already sold out, or mostly sold out, is because of the fact that you have people out there who literally think it's okay to go and say, well, we've been waiting for 2.5 years now for these amiibo to come out, and you know what we got? We finally got them. Let me snatch up 50 of them so I can sell them for a fucking big price of $300 a piece.
Yeah, the assholes that do that shit aren't helping the problem.
That's what I'm saying, because you know how much of a demand that was. We've been waiting for so long, and since it took 2.5 years to get released after the initial run of the Smash Bros. 4 amiibo came out, people know that they could make quick money, and I mean quicker than any other amiibo ever created, because we've been waiting 2.5 years for these amiibo to come out. And there was no other reason, like besides, I think, Platinum Games. They were probably waiting on Platinum Games to make the Bayonetta amiibo, and make the production really well. Because I don't think that Nintendo was actually involved with the Bayonetta one.
So
I mean, they were to an extent because they had to make the amiibo work and shit. but the manufacturing and the production of the Bayonetta amiibo was not Nintendo at all. It was Platinum Games. So I think that's why we were waiting so long, because Platinum Games had to actually make that, and they don't make figurines like that. So it kind of you have to like work with them a little bit, but I hate people that are fiending on the fans to be greedy assholes, to be like, yes, you're a fan also. You're gonna pick up 50 amiibos though. Keep 1 or 2 for yourself, and then fucking pocket the rest of them as fucking cash through fucking eBay scams and fucking price inflation, because you decided that you don't want the other 48 amiibos, whatever.
That's still... I'm not putting out any names here, but the people that decide to do that, that's a really shitty thing to do.
Well, you actually have people that do that. You know people that do that.
No, but I'm just saying, for anyone that does that might watch this channel, for all we know, I don't know, people... You never know what people do
Buddy,
outside of...
do you actually sleep?
No, he doesn't. He's nocturnal like a fucking owl. I'm not joking.
I believe you.
I'll be up at 3 or 4 in the morning trying to go back to sleep, and then he comes in my room. Meow.
Now, I'm not talking about, like, I understand that the custom amiibo scene, which is basically you take an amiibo and you customize it any which way you want, and yes, those can be pretty pricey
But that makes sense at least, because you're custom making something out of it.
Yes, because you're making something that Nintendo wouldn't make, or whoever made the amiibo itself would not make. Like, you know what I didn't even notice until the other day?
What?
That if you look at the Pac-Man amiibo, or you look at the Mega Man amiibo, or the third-party characters that are in the game, they actually have every single logo from the game that they came from on it. Like, it says Nintendo, and then it says Capcom, and then it says Mega Man series, and it says all this shit on the back of them. Never knew on the bottom of it. Never knew that. But that's the thing, though, because if Nintendo had to work with these companies to make the amiibos, and they're working their asses off to get these amiibos out, because they had to, like, with Platinum Games releasing the Bayonetta amiibo.
Back to Dark Aether.
They, what do you call it? They had to work their asses off, and I understand why it took 2 years, but don't go fiending on people that decide, you know, that decided that they were desperately waiting 2.5 years, or whatever it was, to get these amiibo out, and you know what happened? We got shit for it. You're gonna get shit for it now, because it's not Nintendo's fault. Not Nintendo's fault they run out of stock, because anyone who knows about amiibo are grabbing them up first chance they can get. And I mean, literally first chance they can get. And you also have people that are buying 50 at a time. So, don't blame Nintendo on that. I'm blaming you people out there. All you little fucking people who think it's okay. And I'm not saying anything against you people, but I feel like...
I get that they want to make money.
I feel like this... Listen, I just feel like the people out there who do this are fat, ugly dudes who sit in their basement, buy amiibos up, and sell them at a petty price, and then laugh about it at the end, because they're like, well, guess what? I get to look at child porn while selling amiibo to the child at the same time. Yay!
That's a disturbing thought, but sure.
But I mean, it's probably out there. Don't get me wrong. I don't do it, but it's probably out there somewhere, because anything's possible in this world. Anyone can have a fetish over anything.
I mean, as long as they're not hurting anyone, but that's a stupid...
No, that hurts someone, because...
That does hurt someone.
That does hurt someone at the same time. Like, with the amiibos. Who the hell had to... Like, listen, the most I've ever spent on an amiibo was, I think, $100 and something. Oh
yeah, we couldn't go in here earlier.
I think that's what it was. Or I think maybe $80. But that's the most I've ever... Oh no, $102 I ever spent on amiibo. And that was because...
It's a new save station.
That was because I spent it on 3 amiibo, actually, but 2 were the same one. It was a Hetsu amiibo that I got from me and my sister.
Oh, you got one for her too?
Yeah, that's why I spent $102 on it.
Oh.
But the most I've ever spent on one amiibo itself,
of an actual Nintendo one,
on an actual Nintendo one, or an amiibo itself, a custom-made one, because I know people who can make really damn good customs. Trust me.
The Proto Man one you got me, that was awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I have myself, and I have legitly in my house probably one of the few, or the first ever, custom classic Sonic amiibo done correctly. I'm not saying people taking figurines with giant fucking Sonic heads on them and sticking them on amiibo bases. No, I'm talking about Legit.
That's happened.
You look it up on YouTube. People have done it. That's why I said I want. I told the creator of my friend that makes the amiibos for me. I was like, do not even go into production with this until you show me how the Sonic is gonna look, because I've seen people.
Because you didn't want that to be.
I did not want fucking someone to go up there and have a fucking giant-headed Sonic. Because literally,
I don't blame you.
Literally, they go online, they buy a Sonic figurine, and each Sonic figurine, I'm not gonna lie, sucks ass. Besides the Smash Brothers one, and I don't even count that as the actual figurine.
We're about to fight the first Dark Temple boss.
I don't count the Sonic amiibo as a figurine, because that's Nintendo, and Nintendo has to make them based off their games correctly.
1, 2, 3.
I'm saying people have gone online, got figurines and placed them on, just rip off Sonic and place their own figurine on there. It's like, look, it's a classic Sonic, but his head's like this fucking big and his body's like this. Like, what the fuck?
That is really just.
That's why I said, if you're gonna make this for me, please. I know you don't show people unfinished products, but I need to see what the design of this is gonna look like at first. And when I saw that, I was like, holy fucking god to hell. This is the best thing I've ever seen on any custom amiibo ever created. And if you know how to 3D print something, and you know actually how to, because 3D printing will actually get you your own design, meaning you don't have to like go and sit there and paint everything or custom mold everything over an amiibo, or like get people who decide, I'm gonna make a Samus amiibo with a fucked up head or whatnot. No, when you custom 3D print something, you will get what you actually want if you know how to design in 3D. And the 2 amiibos that I have from 2 different people.
Look, it's 3 big penises.
No, it's just Fluffy, but penis. You ever watch Harry Potter?
I have, but I haven't watched it in years.
Fluffy the 3-headed dog.
Oh yeah.
But from 2 different people, I've gotten 2 custom amiibos from. One was Sonic and one was Surfing Pikachu. Both came out exactly perfect as you can get them. I've never seen an amiibo that perfect from a custom before. And that's what I'm saying. I would only spend top dollar for an amiibo if it comes to that price, and quite frankly, I could spend even more if I wanted to, because I know the customs are coming out great. And that's my business, what I do with my money, but I'll tell you this much. The Sonic amiibo that I got, the classic Sonic amiibo that I gotten, which I'm going to show off one of these days, if you have not seen it on the Vidya Bros Facebook page.
You want me to read this?
If you want.
Amorbis, gigantic tunneling guardians. Avoid target as it enters and leaves the earth. Look for disturbances in the ground. Target cannot survive for long if its outer shell is cracked. The enormous Amorbis can move through solid rock and earth with ease. It can sense the location of surface level prey deep within the ground. They will attempt to ram any target they can find in their domain. They are vulnerable to all forms of weapons fire, but are incredibly strong in resistance to pain.
Wow.
Thing is creepy looking. There's like a second phase of the fight too, like when you're halfway through it, like how a lot of games do.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not.
But what I was saying though is, I can show you all my custom amiibo, and each one has been better than the last one that I've ever gotten. And I'll tell you right now, the classic Sonic amiibo that I gotten looks damn close. Besides the material that was used to make it, because every 3D printer has different materials for some reason.
How does that even work, making a 3D print? I wonder.
It's literally like if you have a base, like say you have a piece of wood, right?
Yeah. Oh, I cracked apart.
Or it's like say we use this table, right? You put the 3D printer on top of it.
Yeah.
And it'll literally just print out literally like this, like going like this. Every little line of what you need, and it'll print out exactly the mold that you have, or the design that you made.
Oh shit!
And you know what's stupid about 3D printing?
What?
And it's the only thing I can say that actually makes sense that I got from Game Shakers. Is that
Game Shitters?
Yes, but
wait, why do you watch it again?
Because it's one of the better ones out there. I'll tell you that much. I like it better than Henry Danger.
That's not saying that much though. That's like saying the shit that I took yesterday is better than the shit I took the day before.
I know, but it's one of the better Nickelodeon shows out there that they have now. But there was an episode where they're named Babe and Kenji, the two Game Shaker girls.
Yeah,
they go to this club at this place, which I don't understand why it's even named this. At least they had a fucking thing in every other Dan Schneider show. They had Inside Out Burger. They had
yeah, instead of In-N-Out Burger.
In-N-Out Burger. They had.
No, that's what it was.
The robot place in Sam and Cat.
See, now it's making another.
Oh, what they called bots? They called the restaurant bots.
Yeah.
And but in Game Shakers.
Read this?
And not really. It's the same thing.
Basically. Dark Amorbis. Dark energy charged guardians, target seeing armor, beam weapon, and regenerative powers infused to dark sphere. Weak spot within mouth detected. Concussive force will deliver heavy damage to it. The Amorbis can attach themselves to the dark sphere, drawing potent energy from within. They can fire dark energy at light crystals, nullifying safe zones for a short time. They can also channel this energy into a powerful beam attacks. Bioscans indicate a weak spot inside the creature's mouth. Concentrate your wet fire at this area to damage an Amorbis. And that's the second phase of the fight.
Yep, so we will see you in the next episode of Vidya Bros. Click the annotations that are on screen right now and have been on screen. And, as always, peace out, guys.